fought at 125 before. Here they're fighting in bantamweight, just below the bantamweight limit. These are two big, Louis Jourdain at 5'9", Danilo 5'7". Kind of a bigger frame, but this is going to be a good fight, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Adreani is coming out in the southpaw stance. Yes, he does. Jourdain, unlike his brother, is in the orthodox stance. His brother famously can fight both stances, but we see him on the southpaw stance. And here, big head kick there. A couple kicks there by Jourdain.
Louis has gotten thicker with age.
Yeah, big head kick. Returns the right hand. That's what you want to do. You want to punch a kicker, kick a puncher, and he eats a kick but throws a big right hand. And these guys are swinging for the fences early on here. Oh, that was a big right hand that lands and misses. And Jourdain, I don't know why you would have left him up. I would have been on top of my opponent there as he kind of fell to his butt, but it's still early in the fight. Still kind of a feeling out process as Jourdain switches to southpaw. Momentarily, he goes for inside kick, and then he gives his back and eats a blitz.
Nice blitz
Adreani.
and shoot from Adreani.
A beautiful sprawl there by Jourdain, who's going to go long against the cage. Now he's getting swept. He's right by his corner there. His brother Charles Air Jourdain, and Fabio, the mastermind Hollanda. That's going to be an outside trip from Adreani. Does he get it? No, he switches a single leg. And Jourdain has a deep underhook here. It's not deep enough to stop the single leg. Yes, it is.
Yep, turns out it was.
If I was Adreani, I would have pulled him off the cage. I don't understand why. I mean, maybe because I'm a wrestler, but why guys don't, when they have a single leg, pull them off the cage?
No, it's by far the most effective way, like you said earlier.
Oh, nice hip toss. Beautiful hip toss. That was a beautiful hip toss from the over-under. Just steps outside. And now he's in the side control position. This could be bad for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, Louis Jourdain, who's been in this position before for sure at BTT.
Absolutely, but Adreani you don't want to mess with this guy on the ground. Most of his great work, most of his submissions have been done on the ground. He's a very good black belt.
And now Jourdain momentarily puts him in half guard, momentarily goes for the Kimura, which is a Hollanda specialty. And now he gets him right in the full guard. So now Jourdain is in a little bit better position, but he swings for an armbar.
That's going to create some space.
And get up. Beautiful position by Jourdain to swing, sweep, not get the sweep, but keep the momentum and get up. And now he is back into cage, and Adriano looks like he's content with making this a dirty fight. We're on the back half of the card now, on the back nine, with two more fights after this, title fights, both of them.
And Adreani is winning right now, I believe, but he's working very hard.
It's a long time.
Very hard on these takedowns, and you know that later in the fight that's going to be tougher to maintain the pace when you get into these grueling wrestling exchanges against the cage.
Now Jourdain's walking forward now. He might feel that he's confident now. He's able to stop those takedowns.
And Jourdain got to let his hands go, land some strikes on Adreani, and just show him that it's not going to be easy. He's not going to be able to blitz him like he's been doing in the first round.
Oh, big right hand on the exit. And then a calf kick by Jourdain. We got to see a bit more activity from Jourdain as he throws an inside kick and a big left hand by Adreani.
Nice counter
hook. Oh, nice inside kick by Adreani, who's sitting in that southpaw position. And now Louis switches and throws an outside kick, eats a 1-2, but the Jourdain brothers are so good at switching stances. They can fight at any stance equally as well.
Very high level matchup between these two. They're trying to get their reads off. As we are about 1 minute left in this first round.
There's that blitz 1-2 followed by a head kick, left head kick.
And that's how Adreani was able to have his success mostly in the first round. Were they at range? I feel like it's a little bit at the advantage of Louis, but when Danilo...
Counter right hand by Jourdain. Just pulls back a little right hand. Adreani says nope, but that really means yes, I'm sure. He dropped. You can't, when your legs give out, so that's for a reason, as he throws a leg kick, does Jourdain. And he eats a leg kick. And then he throws another calf kick, does Jourdain. So he's going to work on the right calf of Adreani as Adreani slips in. You gotta watch out dipping his head though, because now Jourdain's hip to it as he throws a counter hook.
Yeah, and the more that he blitzes, the more that Jourdain has gotten the read on the timing and everything. And he's very confident here at range. You can see Louis Jourdain's confidence after he clipped him and just dropped him here, you see the confidence boost from Louis, who's bleeding a bit from his nose at this moment with 14 seconds left, almost end of the very first round. Good kick.
There's a right kick by Jourdain down there. Oh, and beautiful inside kick, and there's a big right hand left, followed by a left and a right, and that one bleeds up. It busts up Jourdain, who gets angry and throws a big right hand for his troubles. But that was a beautiful inside kick. Used the momentum as he took the wheels right out from underneath Jourdain and then follows up with a 1-2-3. So I think Danilo is starting to realize that if he wants to catch this guy, he's going to have to throw in bunches. And there's that beautiful outside judo trip. That was a beautiful over-under, just steps on the inside, on the outside, sorry. And there's that big left kick that Jourdain blocks, but he definitely felt it off the hand. Now look at the truck catching that right hand. That was just waiting for it. What a counter right hand by Jourdain. And then you'll see Adreani kind of say that, and there's a beautiful inside kick. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And Jourdain kind of slips away from those punches, but that one really took him off balance. And then Jourdain, you could tell he was angry after that. Beautiful first round, a very high level fight, exactly what we expected.
Tough to score. Because I feel like Danilo really won most of the beginning of the round. But then Louis dropped him.
Louis dropped him. Oh, I forgot.
And was able to build on some success. But
I'm
then
so happy about the judge.
Danilo finished the round great with 2 or 3 strikes there. So I really don't know.
How do you judge that?
Well, I don't. I commentate.
That's
what I do. I talk. I get paid for talking, like you do. I don't get paid to judge.
How do you judge that? I mean, high level skill. Guys got dropped. There was a takedown on the other side. I mean, come on. And there Louis goes right back to work on the inside kick, and he switches southpaw. Oh, and he eats. There's a double left hand by Jourdain. Oh, a little short uppercut. Right hand. Now they're swinging. These bantamweights are going. Beautiful single leg head on the outside by Danilo.
Nice draw by Jourdain.
And then they just go right to takedown. And then
again, yes.
Oh, now I don't know why Jourdain jumped guillotine there, because it wasn't super tight. Danilo, when you go for a takedown, you chain wrestle into a guillotine, not the smartest. I always say you should go for a guillotine when you know that you sprawled your opponent out. So you kind of have the option to sprawl or guillotine. There it looks like it was more of, I don't want to say desperation, but it definitely wasn't the best.
Well, when you feel like you're going to get taken down, you say, I'll go for the guillotine, but it's kind of a last resort move.
Jourdain now throwing vicious elbows from the bottom. And Danilo postures up and throws a 1-2-3. This is going to be a tough fight right to the end. And one thing that Fabio teaches in that full guard is open the guard and go for sweeps and use it to get up. And now he throws elbows.
Some big elbows from under.
But you see how he switches hips. He fakes the Kimura. He makes Danilo bite to it.
And you always want your opponent to be as flat as he can on his back. His hips, you want to control the hips. So Jourdain, by playing with his hips, it makes it tough for his opponent to control him. As you see, Danilo's trying to scoop the butt. He's trying to get to pass Jourdain's left hand behind his back to get kind of a Dagestani handcuff.
Right.
And that would be a very bad position.
Big
for
left hand. And Jourdain's smiling. I wouldn't smile in there too long, but you kind of got punched there several times in the face, and now you get
he's going to be able to get top control.
So Danilo went for gut wrench there, which I'm not sure why.
And Louis was able to
Jourdain gets on top, and now
he's got the mount here.
And Danilo looks tired. And Jourdain is almost in a full mount, modified here, maybe a quarter mount, maybe a gift wrap. And he's just going to posture up and throw punch. Oh, big elbow. Louis smells blood here. Oh, 3 minutes left. This is not a good position for Danilo. Louis is going to go to work here.
He's already turtling up, and
a lot of time left. And now Louis. Louis.
Up the position.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't lose position, Jourdain.
Nice scramble.
Good scramble here. So Danilo kind of gives his back momentarily to scramble out. Jourdain kind of rides the wave and just ends up with a back take. But Danilo, I mean, I hate to say it, he does look worn out a little bit.
Yeah. No, he wrestled hard in the first round.
Big knee in the body. There's a GSP Sarah knee right there. There's another one.
GSP special for the UFC return in Montreal. I was at that fight. I'll always remember it.
But now what Jourdain's doing, you have to, like Khabib, you have to put your opponent's weight on his hands, throw knees. Now he jumps for a leg lock, and Jourdain's going to come on top.
The triangle.
But now the triangle's there, and Jourdain postures up.
Nice. He's got his other leg. He's got arm, in. And able to defend.
And we've seen
2 minutes left in the round. How is it that
so crazy? And we've seen Jourdain in scrambles like this before. He always shows tremendous heart, and he never gives up. That's one thing with Jourdain. He might be out-wrestled at times. He might get taken down, but one thing he never does is give up these positions. He never gives his back. He never gets into terrible positions, gives a full mount. He's going to scramble, come on top.
Going for the triangle.
No, Jourdain's hip to it.
Get up.
He's going to get up. Now he's going to cross down. He's going to use this to rain down some shots. And Danilo does have a very experienced guard, but he eats a big elbow there and another one.
And I think you were right on, Jamie. Danilo's labored at that point. It's tough for him. And that's why Jourdain's been able to have these moments in the second round. And not knowing how the first round was scored is really important to not drop any round for the guy that's going to be winning the fight.
Beautiful elbow there. A little tiny posture up. Right elbow. Now he goes body head from the ground and pound as Danilo's going to throw up. That might have been an up kick. Those might be illegal. Well, he is standing up now, but the first one might have been illegal. Now he's standing up. Jourdain has to be careful to hip into these. So
these kicks were really close, able to pass though. Good.
But Jourdain did a good job of
good
using
work with his hips, exactly.
Leading with his hips, so he doesn't eat those punches, and then getting right back to side control. As of course, Adreani is against the cage. Half Nelson position, underhook. Oh, there's that guillotine.
Yes,
and he's going to go right leg overhead. Kimura. Sorry, Kimura. That's a beautiful Kimura. That's a Fabio Hollanda Kimura if I've ever seen one. He's going to try to break the shoulder here. He needs to get a bit closer to his body, does Jourdain.
Adreani was able to keep his arm extended and was able to grab his leg, but he's lost it now.
He's lost it. He went punch. No, he's got it again. He went punch to lock it tighter, maybe. Oh, and there he's going to go tighter with it. And there he goes right back to side control. Now
the arm isolated in a crucifix.
This is bad. This is bad for Adreani. Great for Jourdain, who goes short punches, big elbows.
Maybe he's going to get it. That's brutal by Louis.
Yeah, the ref's going to have to stop it. The ref's going to stop. That's over. It's over. Louis Jourdain gets the finish on home turf.
Let's go.
From the crucifix position. That was a beautiful finish as Jourdain goes to work in the top control, side control.
What a brutal finish. That was nasty, Jamie.
Gary Goodrich.
You never want to, you never want to get into. Oh, look at Adreani's face.
Yeah.
Half of his forehead is sticking out of his head. Yeah. He's got one of the biggest bruises I have ever seen.
What a fight by Louis the Mad Prince Jourdain.
Look at oh my God. One of the biggest bruises on Adreani's face as we see Louis celebrate. They want to join his brother. He has to join his brother at this point. What a brutal finish. Adreani's got on his forehead one of the worst bump I've ever seen. My God, as we see some replays here, what a fight. I'm sweating, I'm out of breath. The Kimura attempt is what gave it all, because Adreani was able to get his arm back in, but Jourdain isolated it and got into the crucifix, and the elbows there, that's some of the most brutal ground and pound you're ever gonna see. And how do you not get the call after that? Look, I will keep saying it. Adreani's got one of the biggest well on his face that I've ever seen. Like, he's basically got horns at this. I don't know if you'll see him during the decision, but that is a troubling. Look at it, you see it right now. Look at the well on his face. Oh my God. And he's up there and he's talking with Fabio. So what a warrior Danilo Adreani is. But wow, Louis Jourdain now, to get that type of performance in front of the UFC brass, I think that's all that was needed for the 27-year-old, the Mad Prince, Louis Jourdain, with the biggest win of his career.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Filippo stops this fight at 4:51 of the second round. Mesdames et messieurs, l'arbitre Filippo met fin à ce combat à 4 minutes 51 secondes du deuxième round. Here is your winner by TKO. Votre vainqueur par arrêt de l'arbitre, Louis the Mad Prince Jourdain.